Hello, hello, hello.
आवाज लाउड रखिएगा.
Hello, good evening, everybody. Uh, we are going to make a presentation on MBA Power Management and UPS, that is getting ahead with course specialization. The first question arises that why anybody should go for a domain oriented MBA program. The following are the justifications which definitely may help you take a decision. First one, that is, in modern age of business, we require not only employable management graduates but preferred deployable, that is industry ready graduates who will give results from the very start. In today's competitive environment, most of the you can say entrepreneurs or the industrialists or the HR managers, what they're looking for is not only graduates who have knowledge, but also people who have ample skills to deliver you can say job results from day one. That is what they are looking for. Due to uniqueness of business, each domain MBA requires special kind of skill, knowledge, and training. And that is where a generic MBA, for example, if suppose a power sector company like Tata Power recruits a plain MBA graduate, so definitely it will take a lot of time for him to grab the nitty-gritties of power management to understand electricity sector. But if suppose the same company or Tata Power or Reliance Power or Torrent Power hires an MBA management graduate, MBA power management graduate, is ready to deliver the results from day one. So that is again an advantage. And nowadays, a lot of business organizations are going for vertical departmentalization, like utilities, energy, power, in place of horizontal departments. So you see, for a for a big corporate house like Adani, they have Adani Power, they have Adani Ports. So kind of specialized verticals where people belong to one field, they spend their life in one field, and they get specialized day after day. Same with Tata Power, Reliance Power. So in this specialized era where business houses are going for strategic verticals focused on domains, then it really pays to go for a domain oriented MBA program. Coming to MBA power management, there are lot many advantages. One is that power or the electricity sector is one of the essential sector for economic development. You think of any development activity, and you need electricity, and that is why you see whichever states they are very good in providing 24 by 7 electricity, the developments are happening much faster compared to other states where the power scenario is not so great. So it is an essential sector for economic development. So that is why you see full of activity most of the times. For example, almost with current installed capacity of 2.83 lakhs megawatt, out of which 1 lakh megawatt has been added during last 5 years, and that gives you that a rate of 20,000 megawatt every year. That is the kind of capacity addition government is looking for. So, and with that kind of goals, industry oriented goals, definitely you'll need a lot of skilled workforce to cater to that kind of capacity addition. Extension of engineering science background, the pre MBA degree is also leveraged. If somebody belongs to an engineering background, be it electrical, mechanical, electronics, computer science, or even with science backgrounds such as physics, then definitely this is an MBA power management is an extension of that degree. So your background also helps you to improve as a professional. Whereas if suppose somebody with an engineering background does a plain MBA, then definitely his engineering background is hardly of any use during his career. Uh, Third, overall development as a manager with strong techno-commercial knowledge and skill. Many a times you will find that people who have plain MBA degrees, definitely it becomes very difficult for them to understand the nitty-gritties associated with the business, especially technical nitty-gritties. Whereas if suppose a person with a engineering or science background opts for MBA power management, definitely his technical knowledge and skill will also be leveraged. Specialized sectors, so less competition from generic courses and higher pay packages. Since MBA Power Management is a very specialized, trains people for very specialized knowledge skills. So less competition from generic courses. Generally, companies who want to be pioneers in the field of power sector, they hardly take people means from plain you can say management courses. Most of them prefer people from MBA power management degree, MBA power management courses. Faster career growth, sometimes exponential growth, means we have seen our alumni from following the career path of our alumni. We can say with a lot of certainty that the career growth is much faster, and we have seen people grow almost you can say um, uh, 4 times or 5 times the pay package from the point where they began their journey in 4 5 years. So if suppose, for example, I can say that I would not like to name the company, but definitely there are enough examples. if a fresher joins a company for 5 lakhs, so within 5 years we have seen his salary grow up to 20 lakhs per annum, or 20 lakhs per annum, or 25 lakhs per annum. So that kind of career growth can be expected if one performs well in this sector. A lot of new schemes and programs have been launched by central and state governments. For example, Uday, that is Ujjwal Discom Assurance Yojana for the financial restructuring of distribution companies. Then Deen Dayal Upadhyay Gram Jyoti Yojana, which is with respect to rural electrification, integrated power development scheme, again for more and more, bringing in more and more technology in urban electrification, and a lot of things happening in renewable energy sector, especially 1 lakh megawatt solar projects has been launched by government of India. So with so much of things happening in this sector, definitely the coming 4 5 years are going to be very very exciting for any professional who wants to have a very good career. So these are the advantages of MBA Power Management. Uh, again, coming to the crux of the matter, why power management at UPS? It is one of the courses where the average pay packages are one of the highest, that is around 6 lakhs, and for a fresher, and similarly highest individual offer of 10.5 lakhs during last couple of years. And also this is one of the courses which offers, you can say, which places its you can say graduates in core areas, and that is one of the biggest strength that many other courses may not speak about. But yes, MBA Power Management is one which is focusing more and more on core profiles, which are relevant to power segment. So that is one of the best placement in both in terms of profile, that is core profile, and package around average as well as highest package. Second thing which confirms again the superiority of MBA Power Management at UPS is that almost all students get placed in approximately 80 to 90 percentage before the end of their course. So it is we finish our placements, and we are one of the fastest in that. So early placements, exposure in terms of course coverage, we invite a lot of, you can say, academicians, we invite lot of professionals who are working in power segment from Tata, be it Tata Power, be it Reliance Power, be it Central Electricity Regulatory Commission, be it Niti Aayog. So any means it gives a very good exposure to the students when they interact with professionals from varied backgrounds who are working in the field of power sector. Again, skill development is one area in which we focus a lot, that is skill development with respect to, you can say, preparing, you can say, evaluation of projects, preparation of DPRs, financial modeling, software projects like MS Project, Primavera, SPSS. So, and as I said, that interaction with industry experts. So that is one of the finest in compared to any other course at UPS. And finally, as I said, that overall career growth is very rewarding for a power management graduate, as we have seen that people become specialized in one sector and then they command salaries 5 times within 5 years from the day when they joined the sector as a fresher. So these are the things, that is best placements, fastest placements, exposures, skill development, in interaction with industry exposures, and overall career growth makes MBA Power Management at UPS a fantastic course. um, Power sector, as we know that, so somebody may ask me what are the scope and opportunities in the sector. So there are different, you can say, segments like generation companies, so Genco, transmission company, Transco, distribution companies, Discoms. Then there are big and small consumers such as industrial, agri consumers, domestic consumers, regulatory agencies, and consultants. So, for example, a generation company may hire MBA Power Management graduates for engineering, procurement, construction. Similarly, project management, because these students are, you can say, these students have the necessary skills to take care of project management of any power you can say, project. that is planning and implementations. Second, during the implementation of the generation, you can say project, as well as during the commercial operation, a lot of regulatory issues needs to be handled, and for that also MBA Power Management students have been regularly, you can say, recruited. Fourth is fuel handling. Any generation plant, they need to handle a huge amount of fuel. For example, a 1 megawatt coal-fired thermal power plant requires close to 10 tons per 24 hours. And when we talk about 4,000 megawatts, so definitely you can understand what is the kind of fuel requirement. And if at all we are importing it from outside India, then definitely the task becomes much more challenging. So all that is handled by professionals, especially with MBA Power Management background. And then during operation of a thermal power plant or any other power plant for that matter, a lot of technical operation and maintenance, commercial, if they are generating and selling it in the market, then power purchase agreements need to be taken care of, power trading, intraday trading, long-term, short-term trading, and regulatory issues associated with operations. And with renewable energy certificates coming into the picture, that is also one of the areas where some of our students have been recruited during last few years. Similarly, transmission company, again they recruit for various projects such as engineering, procurement, construction, project management, planning and implementation, regulatory aspects, and similarly operations. Likewise, distribution companies also during project execution, construction phase, so engineering, procurement, construction, project management, and then a lot of reforms during last few years. A lot of reforms have happened in, you can say, distribution segment. So tariff determination and approval, petitioner handling is one of the, you can say, very good areas where a lot of our professionals are being hired. Commercial, again coming to billing, tariff collection, theft control, REC, with the distribution being one of the focus areas of government of India. So a lot of reforms coming into that segment, a lot of automation coming into billing, you can say, and tariff collection, theft control. So that is one of the very exciting areas to work for. A lot of big consumers, they either procure power from other power stations or other states, or they indulge in, you can say, open access. So that is also one area where again and billing and collection, that is these are some of the areas where again these large industrial consumers recruit our MBA Power Management graduates to reduce their power cost. Regulatory agencies, every year they come up with a lot of, you can say, regulations that can take the power sector ahead. So all the so Central Electricity Regulatory Commission and other state electricity regulatory commissions, they keep on working to improve the segment. And since we are taking a lot of lessons from Europe, from Latin American countries, so and this sector is evolving every day. So quite an exciting sector, and for that, a lot of young professionals are hired from our campus from MBA Power Management course. And then all these sectors, they need a lot of consultancy during each of the phase. So a lot of consultants, be it PwC, be it KPMG, be it ABPS, so they provide consultancy for various phases, and our MBA Power Management graduates are also recruited by them for various regulatory clearances, engineering consultancies. Focus of MBA Power Management, as I said, that looking at the scope and opportunities, we also focus on the same areas, so that when as I said, that when our graduate is ready to pass out, he is ready to deliver from day one. So we focus on power generation, power transmission and distribution, power trading, with a lot of, you can say, sustainable development issues coming into picture, a lot of, you can say, climate change issues taking center stage at the world forum. So renewables again has taken the center stage, so we also focus on that as well. Climate change, renewable energy certificates, regulatory framework of power sector. As I said, this sector is evolving. Imported coal are better in terms of quality, lesser ash content. So A lot of power generating stations are importing coal for their fuel needs, and this is also a segment which is attracting a lot of professionals. Distribution reforms, a lot of reforms, last 3 4 years, a lot of reforms have happened, and during this government also distribution reforms such as Deen Dayal Upadhyay Gramin Jyoti Yojana, and say integrated power development schemes have come, so which are going to carry the sector forward. So we also focus on these areas, and smart grid, which basically deals with automation of the you can say transmission and distribution network, and that is also an upcoming area, and we are also aligning our courses according to the needs of the market. So these are the various needs of the market, or the segments in which we can employ our graduates, and that is where we are focusing on. As I said that majority of our courses, they are very aligned with the market, and we keep on inviting suggestions from our alumni, from academicians involved in power sector and professionals involved in power sector, so that we can keep our courses updated and then in line with what is required in the market, so that when our graduate passes out, he is industry ready from day one. So that is the advantage. um, semester syllabus, you can read out that power economics in semester 1, quantitative techniques in semester 1, so quite a mix of fundamental management courses and domain specific courses, domain tailored courses, so that the student develops an understanding of the entire segment as an MBA graduate. He is, you can say, is we try to develop, inculcate all the skills, or you can say the techno commercial skills in the management graduate, so that when he goes out, he is industry ready from day one. Similarly, in semester 2, operations and materials management, project management and contract administration, research methodology and applied statistics, human resource management, energy power trading and network administration, hydro and nuclear power, distribution and automation, and smart grid, as I said, smart grid, regulatory framework in power sector, solar power, power financial management. And then we are also allowing students to take one course of his interest in his or her interest in semester 2, that is an open elective as per his or her wish. They can choose an open elective. In second semester also, apart from making the students interact with professionals from various fields or from power sector per se, we also take students to industrial visits, so that they can see various power generating stations, coal, gas, solar power, and then understand the you can say the amount of, you can say, work involved, or the at various phases, and project management lab in second semester 2. In semester 3, business policy and strategy, econometrics, risk management and insurance, power sector planning, wind and other renewable sources of energy, power pricing and power purchase agreements, energy conservation and audit, supply chain and logistics for power industry, financing energy sector projects. Again, in semester 3 also we provide an option of open elective, so student, as per their wish, they can go for one open elective in semester 3 as well. Then summer internship, a very important part, where students are, you can say, provided assistance to work in any organization belonging to power sector, depending on their choice of work profile. So they work for 2 months and then they come back. So this summer internship allows them to understand the work involved in power sector, the various kinds of works, and that makes them mature as a better graduate. Also, it also makes them understand what is the requirement of the industry, so that in the fourth semester they themselves get prepared for the industry. And a part of dissertation is also finished in semester 3, so dissertation 1. And last semester of MBA Power Management, that is semester 4, Energy Law and Policy, Integrated Power Resources Management, Global Power Business, HSC for Health, Safety and Environment for Power Industry, and the last, or you can say the completion of dissertation, that is dissertation 2. So all that sums up to 116 credits. So this was all about syllabus. So one thing is clear from the syllabus, that it is the syllabus or the courses offered under the syllabus of MBA Power Management is a mix of generic, you can say, MBA courses plus domain of MBA Power Management, and then domain tailored courses like mixing of finance with power sector, so financing power sector projects. So this kind of domain tailoring, so that a student develops an overall understanding of the power sector as a management graduate, with perfect understanding of techno-commercial knowledge and inculcation of those skills to execute in power sector projects. The pedagogy used is illustration and discussion with the help of audio-visual devices. So, classroom discussions, face-to-face discussions, then usage of videos also is taking place. And then we are coming up with the blackboard, you can say, medium, so that the student can discuss the same with the faculty for longer duration of time. Even when the classes are not going on, with the help of blackboard they can interact more frequently. Case studies, almost all subjects they have a basic component called as case studies, where real life situations are brought to the classroom so that the student can understand the nitty-gritties or associated with the subject. Exercises or tutorials, if it is mathematics based or if it is case based, then a lot of exercises or tutorials where the students are you can say made to take decisions and then defend their decisions as managers. Modeling, since a lot of financial modeling is been done in power sector projects, so financial modeling is one of the essential part of the training involved in MBA Power Management course. So modeling in Excel, SPSS, Primavera, and MS Project softwares. Seminars also is an essential part, important part of the course, where students are, you can say, encouraged to, you can say, speak out their mind, present their ideas, discuss their ideas, come up with reports, come up with conclusions, so that they become an overall a very good manager. Site visits, as I said, that this is a practical part where students are encouraged to visit nearby power plants, like Uttarakhand is situated in UPS is situated in Uttarakhand, so a lot of hydro projects nearby, a lot of implementation of automation in transmission and distribution networks. So the students are encouraged to visit those sites and then understand. And apart from this, we also have industrial visit tour during second semester, which I have already discussed. So all this basically what we try to do is we try to mix theory, practical exercises, tutorials in such a way that the student understands that and many a times we also very often get industry projects, such as Suzlon offered one project to us, which our second year courses have delivered quite beautifully on time, and so that helps them do real life projects as well. So we can say that we train them so that they are industry ready from day one. Assessment and evaluation of all the, you can say, courses under MBA Power Management, or this norm is followed by almost all the MBA courses in UPS. That is midterm exam, which constitutes 20% of the total marks. Internals, that may involve test, quiz, seminars, and a few other things. So that constitutes 30% marks of the total marks, and end term exam, which constitutes 50% of the marks. So total sums up to 20, 30, and 50 sums up to 100%. So that is the evaluation. Uh, we can proudly say that we also interact more and more, apart from making interaction of students with professionals from power sector. The faculty and the department also engages academicians working in power sector and professionals working in power sector in order to understand the need of the market and where the market is going to go in coming years, so that we understand the trend and we upgrade our course in such a way that we are right in sync with the market. So when supercritical market started booming up, we included supercritical technology and its economics commercial part as well. Similarly, REC market, so then we involved it in our course. Similarly, sustainable development, solar, smart grids. The moment everybody started talking about smart grids, then it was there, right? It was taught right in our classroom. So that is the kind of, you can say, upgradation process we have. Uh, Power trading, again, a lot of distribution reforms. Like recently, government has announced Uday, so it has already been taught in the classroom. So students are right on their toes, and IPDS, Deen Dayal Upadhyay Gramin Jyoti Yojana, and few other distribution reforms. Coal trading, as I said, the moment coal trading came into picture, or the experts started talking about it, it was right there at uh, taught in our classrooms. So financing power sector projects, again, very important part, where we encourage students to use all kind of modeling tools to understand the financing. So under this, we almost give up every student a exercise to estimate the tariff of individual projects. Panel of experts, as I said, that we invite industry and experts from industry and academy to interact more and more with the students, with the faculty as such, and that also helps in uh, upgradation of our courses. Knowledge and skills development. So as I said that there are several focus areas on which on which we focus, and we try to take care of both knowledge and skills part. Like for knowledge, as I said, that knowledge of power generation, knowledge of power transmission and distribution, climate change, distribution reforms, power trading, coal trading, regulatory affairs in power sector, IT applications in power sector, project management, project finance, and lot others as well. And similarly, skills also, where we are very focused on development of skill, because knowledge can help, but if industry is looking for knowledge plus skills, and that can help them, it is the skills that helps a professional to execute projects. So communication, a very essential part, both you can say oral and written communication, because it comes very handy in report writings, business development, another kind of skill. So we also, all the students who are interested in this business development profile, so they're offered training to develop themselves as business development managers. Financial evaluation of projects, as I said earlier, that we encourage a lot of you can say uh, we encourage usage of modeling tools to evaluate projects financially. Almost every student, not almost, every student is given a project to estimate the tariff of one power project. So that gives them a understanding of how the tariff of power projects are estimated. Forecasting, depending on the past trends, several tools are being used to forecast the future, so that we try to understand the future trend or the composition of various, you can say, fuels in power generation segment. Excel modeling, as I said, and a very essential part, and drafting of the report. Because if a student joins as a consultant or as an executive in sector companies, definitely their work will involve drafting of report, preparation of very professional reports like KPMG, PwC, and so we train them in all these skills. Career prospects, these techno commercial managers can be gainfully employed as associate consultants. So these are the kind of designations provided by our recruiters to our passing out graduates. That is associate consultants, project operations manager, commodity trader. If commodity trader involves whole trading, so commodity trader, energy trading, electricity, power trading as well. Business analyst, a lot of consultancies, and they offer this business analyst post. Um, EPC manager, engineering procurement construction manager. That is again another where project management, you can say, faculties are being utilized by the recruiters. Research analyst, again, in consultancies, this kind of profiles are being offered. Commercial manager, technical consultants, and business development. Lot many companies, they offer business development profiles, and that is also a very exciting area. And we are also training our students for this kind of profiles as well. So these are the kind of profiles offered by our recruiters. As I said earlier, that we encourage interaction of professionals from working in power sector to interact more and more with our students, visit our campus, interact with students, interact with faculty members, and this is a very short list of that, not all included in it. So we were privileged to have Mr. B.K. Chaturvedi, ex-member Planning Commission, Power, Mr. Rajiv Ranjan, ex-advisor Planning Commission, and now currently with Niti Aayog, Dr. Umakant Power Secretary, Government of Uttarakhand. Last week he visited this campus and shared his experience with our students. Mr. BCK Mishra, Director Operations, Uttarakhand Jal Vidyut Nigam Limited. Among this Uttarakhand Jal Vidyut Nigam Limited is doing a lot of exciting and challenging work in the field of hydropower generation in the state of Uttarakhand, and Mr. BCK Mishra shared his experiences with our students. So we are privileged to have him. Mr. Tapas Roy, ex-director, Exide Industries, because with solar power projects coming into picture, a lot of issues and challenges are coming up due to batteries. So Excite being one of the leader in the batteries, so Mr. Tapas Roy shared a lot of you can say insights of power projects associated with Excite Industries. Mr. Rajender Malik, a member of the railway board, he shared a lot of exciting things with the students. Dr. S.K. Chatterjee, Deputy Chief Regulations, Central Electricity Regulatory Commission, he narrated how things are shaping up in the regulatory segment. So students benefited a lot from his visit. Mr. Alok Tripathi, DGM, Power Management Institute, again. Um, he also shared his experiences with rich experience with the students, and it was quite a fantastic discussion. Mr. Praful Varare, Director, MERC, Maharashtra State Electricity Regulatory Commission, and Mr. Seshnath Dubey, DGM Adani Power. So this is a very short list. Not everybody has been included in that, but this gives you an idea that we encourage a lot of engagement of students with you can say some of the big shots working in the power sector, and so the students gain a lot from these interactions. Other curricular activities, as I said, that industrial visits are a compulsory part of the you can say syllabus. So students go and visit several industries. Like during last few years, they have been visiting Tata Ultra Mega Power Project, again you can supercritical technology, Adani Port, state of art port. So they get to understand how coal is imported through the port. Then Gujarat Solar Park in Charanka, again one of its kind. So and visit to several substations and hydropower projects in nearby um, at nearby places in Uttarakhand. So through these industrial visits, they develop an understanding of the sector. It becomes possible for them to realize the scale of power projects when we are talking about that a chimney height goes up to 170 or 170 meters. So then that gives them an understanding that what kind of structure we are talking about. And As I said that a few names here also from the industry like Mr. Sandeep Surel, Director from Crisil, Mr. Vinod Fotidar from Oracle, Director Sales Oracle. So all these people, Mr. A.K. Balash, CEO Sri Cements, which is again a big name in power trading segment, and Dr. V.K. Garg, ex-chairman JERC and Power Finance Corporation. So we keep on inviting professionals from varied backgrounds. Core faculty of the department, since our department this teaches both, you can say, general management courses plus domain courses plus domain tailored courses. So we have a mix of faculty members like Dr. Anil Kumar, who is the head of the department. He has 30 plus years of experience in power sector. He has been associated with Tata Steel for 23 years, NPTI for 5 years, and UPS for last 5 years. And he's also engaged with a lot of, you can say, organizations such as Larsen and Toubro, State Electricity Regulatory Board of Gujarat, Rajasthan, and MP for several training and consultancy projects. He has published several papers in national and international journals. He is also the author of a book on power sector that has been considered as an encyclopedia on Indian power sector. Under his leadership, the department has experienced excellent growth in every aspect. That is industry exposure, summer internship placement. So, with him being at the helm of affairs, we are pretty sure that MBA Power Management is going to uh, go much ahead of others and progress every day. And then we have Dr. Ashish Tripathi, expert on financial issues of our sector. Dr. Tripathi is a perfect blend of engineering, that is from IIT Roorkee graduate, BTech, and finance MBA University of Houston, and then PhD from Jamnalal Bajaj Institute of Management Studies. His deep understanding of engineering and finance makes him one of the most sought after faculty in the field of power sector finance, and the department is privileged to have him work with the department. So he takes care of the financial issues associated with power sector. Um, Sorry that we have not mentioned another, you can say, big shot who is also working with us, Mr. C.P. Sharma, who has spent almost 30 years in Uttarakhand Power Corporation Limited and finally retired as Director Technical Wing of Uttarakhand Power Corporation Limited. So, with his rich 30 years of experience, the students also benefit a lot out of his experience and exposure. And finally, myself, Dr. Mohammad Yaqut, and my areas of interest are power generation and renewable energy. So I also have a work ex of 15 years, and then so I take care of the renewable energy issues associated with power sector. And so these were the core faculty members who belong to the core, you can say, power sector. And then for generic management courses or domain tailored courses, the department engages resource person from other departments such as finance, HR, business strategy, etc. And we also take for courses such as finance, for such as HR in power sector. So co-teaching is also being encouraged by the department, where if it is HR in power sector, so definitely you have one person from the core background and one person from the HR background. They prepare the entire course plan and deliver it as per the course plan. So co-teaching is also makes the you can say teaching of domain tailored courses very exciting for very specific subjects or topics. For example, if suppose a new topic comes up like smart grid, so we call our either our alumni, or we take help of our alumni, or we call an expert from the industry who can deliver talks on smart grid or any other upcoming area where we feel that we the student will get benefited out of it. Uh, as I said that our students are also, you can say, creating a lot of, you can say, name for us, both within the campus and outside the campus. So I'm very proud to share that the toppers for the last 3 years among all branches of MBA in UPS belong to MBA Power Management course. That is 2013 it was Prakash Tiwari, 2014 Swarnim Srivastav, and 2015 Arnav Shishu. Highest package also was taken by an MBA Power Management alumni, that is Deepak Singh, currently working in Accenture. And coming to the end of the presentation, this is a snapshot of our recruiters. Not let me tell you that this is not the this picture is not the full representation of the all the recruiters. Only a part, that is you have almost all big names covered in that. That is ABPS Infra, one of the best consultancies working in power segment. Accenture, Infosys, MEC Intelligence, Barrow Consultancy Group, Adani Group, Tata Power, Reliance Infra, L&T Infotech, IEX, Indian Energy Exchange, Raychem RPG, again a big name in you can say electrical equipments, manufacturing and sales, Torrent Power, Global Data Research Company, Lanco Power Trading, Markets and Markets, again another research company, research and consultancy company, NDPL, BSES, Shree Cements, Jindal Power, Wipro. This is just a partial list, but yes, it will give you an idea that what are the opportunities in this segment. So coming to the end of the presentation, once again I would like to repeat the advantages of MBA Power for MBA Power Management students. That is excellent placements with the highest average salary in UPS among all MBA Power Management MBA courses, the highest average pay package, as well as the highest individual offer still rests with MBA Power Management students. Great exposure. I said that we encourage students to interact more and more with professionals working in power segment. So one of the best exposure they get compared to other MBA courses, and then fantastic growth opportunity. The kind of as I said that our students they go for generally, and or you can say 95% of them they get core profiles of power segment power sector, where they evolve as a professional in the field of power sector, and they command salaries or you can say that after 5 years they are working 5 times the salary they begin. So that is the kind of growth opportunity we are talking about. And with 20,000 megawatt being added, with a lot of reforms coming into the picture, such as Uday, Ujjwal Discom Assurance Yojana, Deen Dayal Upadhyay Gramin Jyoti Yojana, and Integrated Power Development Scheme, and with targets such as 20,000 to 30,000 megawatt capacity addition per year under the current government. So the times are very exciting, and I think this is one of the best segments to work for. So I feel that with excellent the kind of advantages that is there for MBA Power Management students to grab excellent, that is excellent placements, great exposure, and fantastic growth opportunity. I feel do we need to say anything more about MBA Power sector? The results speak for themselves. Thank you. If you have any questions, then please feel free to interact. A question is being asked by Bharat Joyal, Mr. Bharat Joyal. What is the role of faculty in helping students with getting placed in a good summer internship program? Yes. Um, we help them at various stages. That is, during the first semester, at the end of the first semester, we try to explore with the student that what is area of interest. Like if suppose somebody is interested in working in renewable segment, then we guide him accordingly. If suppose somebody wants to work in the regulatory segment of power sector, so then we guide him accordingly. So then we ask the student to make up his or her mind that what is the core profile or the area in which he or she wants to work. And once that is ascertained, then the student, because of our very strong alumni network, department, I can say that helps procure a very good, you can say, summer internship opportunity for them. Or through our alumni network, we ascertain that he or she. For example, I can say that almost every year, 2 to 3 of our students go to Central Electricity Regulatory Commission. If somebody wants to go to Gujarat Electric Regulatory Commission, Maharashtra Electricity Regulatory Commission, Chhattisgarh Electricity Regulatory Commissions, Uttarakhand Electricity Regulatory Commission. So these are some of the areas where, or the agencies where we help student or to get, or help, you can say that we almost do it. Uh, the, Uh, there's another question by Subham Mishra. Sir, what is the criteria for an individual to get into an industrial visit, like in Tata Ultra Mega Power Project, Adani Port, or Gujarat Solar Power? There is no criteria as such. It is a compulsory part of the course. That is, all students of MBA Power Management go to, uh, you can say, this industrial visit. And since this Tata Ultra Mega Power Project, Adani Port, and Gujarat Solar Park, they are very nearby, so we complete this entire thing in a circuits. So last 3 years we are going in this circuit. That is, we go to Tata Ultra Mega Power Project, then Adani Port, and Gujarat Solar Power. So that is one circuit, and all students go and go and visit these power projects. So I hope I have clarified on that. So all students, not a choice. Any other question? Please feel free to ask. If you have any other questions, please feel free to ask. Ah, yes, this is a very good question that the IT companies in the list, like Infosys, Accenture. As I said that this a lot of automation and you can say smart grid projects are coming up in this uh, you can say power sector. Like for this entire automation, a logic has to be prepared, and since these people or you can say the plain you can say graduates or the plain technical people who don't understand the power sector or electricity sector, they don't know how to prepare a flow chart. So our students, MBA Power Management students, because they understand the entire thing, that is right from the moment electricity is generated, transmitted, distributed, and is consumed by the consumer, and how the and afterwards how it is metered, and then the bills are generated, and the revenue collected. So since our students are specialized and they have the knowledge and skill to understand this entire circle of from in which power is generated, consumed, and then bill is raised and revenue collected. So these people help them uh, deliver projects, prepare flow charts, so that on the basis of which coding can be done, and then projects can be executed for companies. Also, for example, I can give you like one of our student who just passed means yesterday I had a talk with him, like Yashashvi Gyanpuri. Currently, he's working for you can say an Australian gas-based power station stationed in India, working for Wipro, and he's doing you can say preparing the flow chart for automation to be done in a gas-based power station in Australia. So that is the kind of role. It is not a plain, you can say, not the kind of job which an engineer passes out from any engineering colleges and does. That is, and also the package is also much higher than what is being offered to plain engineering graduates passing out from other colleges and joining IT companies. So it's a very specialized area, and the highest package, as I said, the highest package of Deepak Singh. He works for Accenture, and that is his role to help the coding team to prepare a flowchart. I hope Bharat Joyal also has another question. What position do the MBA Power Management graduate get in that? uh, uh, the profile offered is of management trainee, and if the student already has an work ex of 2 years or 3 years, then also that also is incorporated, and increments are also given. And sometimes if the exposure is experience is work ex is very relevant, so they also get you can say one level above management trainee, and many times if it is very relevant, then team leader as well. So I hope Bharat, I have also answered your what position do the MBA Power Management graduate get in that. So it is not plain you can say IT work. It is very specialized, relevant to power segment, and that also in international, because in international projects a lot of automation are happening, and a lot of that work is being done by Wipro, Accenture, Infosys. Yes, a question by Shubham Mishra. Sir, when the placement session usually starts? Shubham, the placement session starts at around July, August, and then, as I said, that about 80 to 90 percentage of our placement completes by, you can say, December, you can say, before December holidays. So that is the entire cycle. So July, August, it starts happening. And many times, yes, I would also like to include here that many times if the student does fantastic work in summer internships, so pre-placement offers, or they also get pre-placement offers based on their performance in during summer internship. So that is also a possibility. A question by Bharat Joyal. Do we get foreign recruiters for MBA graduates in power management? Uh, Foreign recruiters means I would like to say that there are companies like MEC Intelligence run by Nordic country but registered in India. uh, Work culture entire, you can say, Nordic countries work culture. Then similarly F1 F9 again, another financial modeling company, again run by a foreign company. You can say a lot of foreigners in the office but again registered in India. uh, as I said that yes, a lot of, you can say though, so but not means so these are the foreign, you can say, foreigners working in companies which are registered in India. They visit our campus and they recruit. So you will get enough foreign exposure. And as earlier as I said, that Wipro, Accenture, Infosys, you execute a lot of projects uh, being run in Australia, Germany, based on smart grid or automation, and then you execute those projects. So yes, a lot of companies, foreign companies who do have, you can say, establishments in India, they recruit our students. Uh, Another question by Subham Mishra. Sir, place for summer internship program is chosen by a student itself or the faculty assigns it to an individual. As I said during my earlier, you can say, Q&A session, that once the students decide that he wants to work in, you can say, electricity regulatory commission. So if he comes with this frame of mind, so then we ask him where he would like to go. So almost all electricity regulatory company agencies, we do have networks there. Our earlier students have worked for them. So it is all it is um, what you can say, it is not very difficult. It is almost a cakewalk to make them work in those, you can say, electricity regulatory commissions. So we have that kind of network. So we are very sure about that this is not going to be an issue. Once, or suppose somebody comes with a frame of mind that I want to work in, you can say, consultancy. So again, as I said, that there are companies such as ABPS where we have very strong networks. So it becomes very easy for us. Or if suppose somebody wants to work in renewable energy segment, so companies like RE Connect, it is very easy for us to make a student work in that company and do some internship. Same question goes with industrial visits too. As I said, that industrial visits is basically, there are two things which we look into when deciding about industrial visits. One, that we want to give them an opportunity to visit 3 to 4 sites, which is a mixture of coal-fired power plants, gas-based power plants, infrastructure projects, plus some renewables like solar, as we are doing. So, and second thing is, so this is about choice of power projects or infrastructure projects. And second thing is logistics. So we try to find a circuit where, or an area where we can have this mixture of, you can say, coal, gas, hydro, or solar based power projects. And if we can, our logistics, because we would be taking around 60 students with us, so and we have to take care of their safety, security. So logistics also plays a very important part. And if we get assured that we'll be able to complete that circuit within the stipulated time of, you can say, 1 week. So 1 week means 3 to 4 days of visits and 2 days of journey to, and similarly return journey also 2 days. So then we decide on that. And nothing stops the students to decide a circuit of their choice and tell us that, sir, this is possible. And then I'm very sure department will do that. So nothing sacrosanct about that. It is all about safety and security of students, choice of power stations, and logistics. Another question is, will it be okay to talk about the cutoffs required to get into this course in this medium? Uh, uh, Cutoff in this course is basically about, I mean, I'm not very sure about the cutoff because I'm not I'm not sure about the cutoff, but definitely it is somewhere around 50 percentage or so. And I hope our, you can say, admission staff will be able to you can say, provide a suitable answer on that. Plus maybe you can look into your prospectus as well. That will also it will also be earmarked there. So I am very sure that you can find the answer to this, that is the cutoff, in your prospectus. But yes, somewhere around 50 percentage, like that. That is what I remember. 50% in, you can say, 10th, 12th, and your graduation. But please look in for confirmation. Please look into your prospectus. I'm sure it will be there. So please confirm with your prospectus. You must be having that prospectus. So please have a look at the prospectus. Or if you don't have the prospectus, then please visit our website. It will be there. I'm very sure it will be there. Thanks, Shubham. Thanks for asking such wonderful questions, which actually helps everybody to understand about that course. And thanks, Bharat, also for asking very good questions, which helps others to understand the course as well. And thank you. Hmm? If you still have any query, please feel free to ask. Yes, Bharat Joel has a question. I meant in the screening process for UPS examination held later in March, but wasn't sure if we could discuss on the webinar. Uh, Sorry, uh, I could not understand your question. Is it that what is the screening process for UPS examination, Bharat? Uh, are you asking what is the screening process for UPS examination? For all you can say MBA courses, one is that you need to have a MAT, CAT, or UPS conducts its own exam, so a valid score of that plus percentile score in screening process. Um uh, Means it is not only about percentile score. So all those who apply with a percentile, valid percentile score, they have to go through a group discussion process as well. And based on your percentile, your marks during your graduation, and performance during the group discussion, your total marks will be decided, and based on that, you will be provided courses such as MBA Power Management. So it is not only percentile, it is about your last, you can say, graduation marks, 10th marks, 12th marks, as well as your performance during graduation and your performance in group discussion. So the entire thing will decide. Uh, a question by Vijay Vaishnav. MBA in power after chemical engineering, will I have an upper edge or it's an entirely a different field? Uh, uh, Definitely, there are many avenues where chemical engineer can actually take part in this, because a lot of research opportunity, you can say research consultancies, they where a lot of gas related, coal related, you can say uh, exploration is happening, then gas-based power station, then coal-based power station. A lot of chemical, you can say, fuel handling processes involve a lot of chemical, you can say, engineering background skills, knowledge. So that will help. Similarly, you have fuel cells. You have a lot of batteries in, you can say, being used for solar power generation. So there are n number of areas in which, as I said, people can pitch in. So be it computer science, be it chemical engineering, be it anybody with physics background, that they can also, or electrical, mechanical, electronics, varied background. So if it has to be engineering or it has to be a physics background, so that helps. Also a lot of biofuels are coming into picture for, and being used for power generation. So a lot of bio related processing happening for power generation, like bio CNG is being used for power generation in European countries, so a lot of chemical process involved. And anyway, even in a coal-fired power plant, fuel, you can say, also undergoes. Coal handling plant also has a lot of chemical processes involved in that. So I don't see any reason why a chemical engineer cannot do very well in MBA power management and power sector field. So perfectly fine. Question by Shubham Mishra, sir. According to you, one should join the MBA program right after the graduation or after some work X. Both, you can say, actually helps you. Uh, if suppose I can say, all I can say is this is the right time. So whether you have work X or whether you are a fresher, this is the one of the fine best time to work in power segment, because with the current government, a lot of exciting opportunities are coming up. A lot of reforms coming into this sector with 20 to 30,000 megawatt per year capacity addition. This is one of the most exciting times in power sector. And definitely one of the best times. So, and both has, you can say, both pros and cons. So this is one of the best times. So if somebody is a fresher, again, he or she may join, or a workers also. But yes, an MBA power management definitely will help you, your profile, your CV, and then only sky is the limit. Any other question? Thank you so much. Thank you so much for asking such wonderful questions, which help everybody, almost everybody, to understand the various facets of MBA Power Management. And looking forward to see you all in campus in MBA Power Management. Thank you so very much. Thanks a lot.